butterflies have always symbolized beauty, lightness, and transformation. Their delicate flight between flowers has charmed generations over time. However, if we look closely, we'll notice something alarming: they are disappearing. And we're not just talking about a few exotic species. The disappearance of butterflies is a global reality happening silently but devastatingly. Today, we'll discuss what lies behind this threat. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact butterflies have on the ecosystem? They aren't just fragile beings that decorate our gardens. They are crucial pollinators for many plants. Without butterflies, flowers wouldn't be pollinated, and without pollination, many plant species would simply cease to exist. This includes some of the plants that provide essential food for us, humans. But if they are so important, why are we allowing them to disappear? The reasons for the decline of butterflies are many. One of the main ones is habitat loss. Butterflies need specific environments to live and reproduce. They rely on the right plants to lay their eggs, the appropriate conditions for their larvae to develop, and an ecological balance that is being threatened by human activities. Intensive agriculture, urbanization, and deforestation are the main culprits. More and more natural areas are being converted into monocultures, leading to the loss of plant diversity and, consequently, a lack of food for butterflies. Wildflowers are disappearing, and with them, the natural habitats of these incredible creatures. Another alarming factor is the use of pesticides and herbicides. These chemicals, widely used in agriculture, don't just affect pests but all forms of life around them. Butterflies are extremely sensitive to these substances. When they feed on plants treated with these chemicals, they are poisoned. And it's not just the current generation that suffers. Many of these chemicals have long-term effects, also impacting future generations of butterflies. Additionally, herbicides eliminate native plants, which are essential for butterflies' life cycles. There's an interesting yet sad phenomenon happening: global warming. Climate change is altering the migration patterns and behaviors of butterflies. Some species, which used to migrate during specific times of the year, are now losing their ability to complete these migrations successfully. This is because temperatures, rainfall, and seasons are changing. Butterflies, which have always followed a natural rhythm, are now disoriented. They reach their destinations either too early or too late, directly affecting their survival and the continuation of their species. We can't forget that butterflies are bioindicators. This means that their presence, or lack thereof, reflects the health of the environment. When butterflies begin to disappear, it's a clear sign that the ecosystem is unbalanced. And when we talk about ecological imbalance, we're discussing something that doesn't just affect butterflies but all of us. Every time a species vanishes, a part of nature's balance breaks, and the consequences can be felt throughout the entire food chain. Now, let's think together: what can we do? Are there ways to reverse this situation? The answer is yes, but it requires immediate action. One of the most effective solutions is creating habitats that are favorable to butterflies. This can start on a small scale, like in our own gardens. Planting native flowers, avoiding the use of pesticides, and creating healthy environments can make all the difference. Gardens with plants like milkweed, for example, are an invitation for butterflies. They need these plants to lay their eggs and feed their larvae. A simple act like planting a flower can help save an entire species. Furthermore, large-scale conservation initiatives are also being implemented. Natural reserves and ecological parks are created specifically to protect butterflies and their habitats. However, these initiatives need public and governmental support to be effective. This is where awareness comes into play. Environmental education is one of the most powerful tools we have to change this scenario. The more people know about the importance of butterflies, the more they will be willing to act. You might be wondering, why are butterflies so important? Well, aside from being essential pollinators, as we've already mentioned, they also play a vital role in pest control. Their caterpillars feed on plant leaves that, if left unchecked, could cause significant problems for crops. In other words, indirectly, butterflies also help agriculture. Butterflies also hold a special place in culture and art worldwide. In various traditions, they symbolize transformation and renewal. Their life cycle, transitioning from caterpillar to chrysalis to a magnificent flying insect, is a metaphor for life, change, and evolution. Losing butterflies would be like losing a significant part of our connection to nature and everything it represents. So, how can we ensure that future generations don't live in a world without butterflies? We need to act now. We need to protect their habitats, support conservation policies, and change the way we interact with the environment. This isn't something we can leave for later. The disappearance of butterflies is a clear warning that something is profoundly wrong with our planet. Now that you know more about this silent crisis, what will you do about it? Maybe you can start by planting some flowers in your garden, or perhaps you'd like to get involved in a local awareness campaign. The important thing is not to ignore the problem. Butterflies give us important clues about the state of our planet. They are telling us it's time to change. And like any change, it starts with small steps, with individual actions that, together, can transform the world. So, the next time you see a butterfly flying near you, remember everything it represents. And also remember that if we do nothing, we may lose this delicate but essential creature forever. Don't let the disappearance of butterflies go unnoticed. They need us, and we need them. Now that we better understand the impact of butterflies, let's reflect on the urgency of protecting them. Time is running out, but as we've seen, there is still hope if we act now. Small gestures can lead to significant changes. Imagine that, in every city, in every neighborhood, people like you decide to create small sanctuaries for butterflies, planting flowers and avoiding chemicals. Over time, these local efforts can combine to form a network of support for these fragile beings.